guys, so today I have swatches of the Zoya Summer 2017 collection. This is the Wanderlust collection. So I have 12 polishes here altogether, mostly creams with a few shimmers mixed in. These are available right now, so I will link the Zoya website down below and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Sawyer, and this is a very light peachy cream. So here's one coat. And this one actually covers really well on that first coat. It's a little bit streaky, but not terrible. Good formula on this one as well. I noticed that all of the creams in this collection were a little bit on the thicker side, not too thick at all, not difficult to use, but just a little bit thicker. But that's good for me anyway, because there was no running or pooling with them. So here is two coats. So this one is covering completely for me in two. The streaks that were there on the first coat did even out a little bit as it dried. I do know that you could possibly end up needing 3 coats with this one because my swatch pictures I did end up needing 3, but it's covering completely for in two for me today. So that is 2 coats of Sawyer. The next polish is called Esty, and this is a medium pink. So here is 1 coat. And this one covers really well. This is nearly a 1-coater. I just have a few dark spots that are probably more my application than the polish, but I'm going to do 2. Great formula on this one as well. So here's 2 coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. It was nearly opaque in 1, and I think some people might even be able to get this completely opaque in 1 coat. And this does dry pretty shiny. So that is 2 coats of, I keep wanting to call it Etsy, that is 2 coats of Esty. The next polish is called Winnie, and this is a bit of a brighter pink. Here it is next to Esty, so you can see the difference. So here's 1 coat. Really good coverage on the first coat. I have a couple of dark spots, and what I noticed with the last polish was those became a little bit more apparent after it dried, so I'm going to do 2 coats anyway, but this is another one that's very close to being a 1-coater. So here is 2 coats, and this one does cover completely in 2. And this one also dries very shiny. So that is 2 coats of Winnie. The next polish is called Cora, and this is an orangey coral color. So here is 1 coat. This one is a little bit streaky on that first coat, more than the last couple have been. And the formula on this one is just a little bit thinner as well. Not so thin that it runs, just thinner than what I'm used to so far with this collection. So here's 2 coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. You could end up needing 3. I guess it's possible that you could have some dark spots after 2 coats, but I don't think it's super likely. So there is 2 coats of Cora. The next polish is called Lois, and this is, I guess, the medium to light end of purple. So here's 1 coat. And this one actually looks like it might be completely opaque in 1 coat. I know I did 2, I needed 2 when I did my swatch pictures, but this is actually covering really well today. Good formula on this one as well, and I don't see any light spots or nail line or anything, so I think I'm going to call this one good on 1 coat. So there is 1 coat of Lois. The next polish is called Byrdie, and this is a medium pink. I did want to show this next to Esty. So you can see there is a slight difference there. I guess Esty looks a little bit cooler. And then here is Winnie as well. So they're all different, but these 2 especially, I'm not sure if they're different enough to be in the same collection. It's usually the sign for me is when I first open up the box, the first thing I do is check the names because I think that I might have gotten duplicates. So if I have to do that, usually I feel like they're a little bit too close to each other. So here's 1 coat. So this one also covers really well on that first coat. It's got a few dark spots, but not many. So far, I've been pretty impressed with the coverage on all of these polishes. Good formula on this one as well. So here is 2 coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. This is one that I think, for me, after it's been used a couple of times, it'll definitely be a 1-coater. And for some people, could probably get away with 1 coat brand new right out of the bottle. That's just going to depend on your application. So that is 2 coats of Byrdie. The next polish is called Sonja, and this is it's a red to me, but it's a little bit pink too. It's slightly pinky red. It's definitely showing up a little bit more pink on camera right now than it is in person, but it still has a little bit of a pink tone to it. So here is one coat. And this one also covers really well on that first coat, just a few dark spots. Great formula on this one as well. So here's two coats. And this one does cover completely in two. It's another one that was extremely close to being a one coater, but just not quite there. And this does dry very shiny as well. So that is two coats of Sonja. So this is a 12-piece collection. There are only 4 polishes that are not orange, pink, or red. So this is one of them. It's kind of looks strange with all the rest of them lined up because the purple kind of blends in. But this is called Arbor, and this is an olive green cream. So here is one coat. So this one just has a few light spots on that first coat. I feel like you could probably get away with one if you wanted to, but I'm going to do a second just in case. And a great formula on this one as well. So here is two coats. I will say after looking at this, I have like one light spot on my middle finger that I wanted to cover. The rest of the nails were 100% covered with one coat. I think that light spot was more my error than the polish. So this is probably going to be a one coater for just about everybody. So I would definitely take this second coat as the exception rather than the rule with this one. So that is two coats of Arbor. This next polish is called Mandy, and this is starting the shimmers. There are 4 shimmers in this collection, and this is a shimmering bright pink. So here is one coat. So this one is a little bit sheer on that first coat, but not terrible. Great formula on this one. So here's two coats. And this one covers completely in 2. This has more of it's a shimmer polish, but it's not so much metallic. So there are a few brush strokes when it is soaking wet through that shimmer, but you definitely cannot pick them out once it's dry. So the more, I don't know how to describe this, like sparkly the shimmer gets, the less likely you are to have brush strokes through it because it kind of breaks up those strokes. So that is two coats of Mandy. The next polish is called Journey, and this is a little bit more of a red with that same very sparkly shimmer to it. Here it is next to Mandy, so you can see the difference. So here is one coat. And this one covers pretty much the same as the last one. A few light spots, a little bit sheer on that first coat. Great formula. So here's two coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. And those brush strokes that you see through the shimmer do go away as it dries. And this also dries pretty shiny, but of course I'm going to recommend top coat anyway. So that is two coats of Journey. The next polish is called Scout, and this is an olive green with a yellowy gold shimmer. So here's one coat. So this one is pretty sheer on the first coat. I've already swatched this once, and I was actually kind of surprised how sheer it was on that first coat, but if I remember correctly, which is ridiculous if I don't because I'm pretty sure I did these yesterday, I was also surprised at how well it built up. I think I only needed 2 coats in my pictures. And a good formula on this one as well. So here is 2 coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. There are some brush strokes in that shimmer when it's wet, but those do go away as it dries. So that is 2 coats of Scout. And the last polish is called River, and this is a shimmery blue. It almost, on certain angles, has a little bit of a purple flash to it as well. So here is one coat. And this one is also a bit sheer and a bit uneven on the first coat. Good formula on this one as well. So here is 2 coats. And this one does cover completely in 2. It's one of those where, from the angle that I'm looking at right now, it doesn't look opaque. And then if I lift my hands up like this, it does look opaque. Like I can see a little bit of my nail line, but then when I do this, I can't. So I'm going to call it good on 2. But I think the little bit of space between those shimmer particles make it kind of weird. So that is 2 coats of River. So I think Scout is going to be my favorite out of this one. It's one of the few that wasn't pink, red, or orange, which are kind of like my least favorite colors to wear on my nails. So I liked this, and it was just unique in general, the olive green with the gold shimmer. And actually, in this light, it almost looks a little bit like a greeny gold shimmer. So I liked this a lot. This was the most unique, I think, out of the collection, and it's one of the few in the collection that were like my kind of colors. So Scout is my favorite. So that is the Zoya Summer 2017, I might have said 16 in the beginning of the video actually, Wanderlust collection. Again, I will link the website down below where you guys can check those out. They are available right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.